Sorry. Ooh, sorry, I shouldn't have farted directly into the microphone. Let's move on to the third and thus far final game in the series, Death Crimson Ox. So as we mentioned during our last Death Crimson stream, at the end of the Sega Dreamcast life, American Sammy had one more game they were set to publish here in the States. They had a choice. They could either localize Death Crimson Ox, sequel to the game you just saw, or they could have localized Guilty Gear X. They chose Death Crimson Ox. And pay attention to that screen. It is super, super flashy. If you're sensitive to that kind of thing, do be aware.
Yeah, either y'all can, I am too, so just y'all can look away, or if any of y'all it's bugging you, we're able to turn down the brightness and things like that, so yeah. If it is too, yeah. But take care, folks.
And yeah, you see, this is in English. They did indeed release this in the States.
I can't believe this.
I have a retail copy of Death Crimson Ox for the Sega Dreamcast. By the way, if you're silently raging at me for saying Death Crimson Ox instead of OX...
It's Ox.
I looked it up. It's, the Japanese name is Death Crimson Okusu. So it is literally Ox. Believe it or not. What does that have to do with the game? Nothing, as far as I can tell. It's just called Death Crimson Ox. So with that in mind, let's start her up. Wonder if this one has an intro, too. Same intro.
Oh, that good intro.
Now this game, from what I can tell, the Kusoge Wiki refused to acknowledge that this was either a Bakage or a Kusoge. They said, no, this is just a normal game you can enjoy on your own. And they criticized it for that, saying that it lost some of that distinctive flavor of the Death Crimson series. Because this is an actual playable game. It's okay.
It's a real game.
Okay, pay attention to this storyline.
Okay. Oh no!
A group of mutants called the Subliminers have taken over this town, and there's a resistance fighting against the SMO. The leader is Lily, an enigmatic woman who cooks a mean macaroni and cheese dish.
Wait,
Pay attention, that's important. Okay. Anyway, this one guy betrayed the SMO, and he took the Crimson Guns, right? And he teamed up with Lily's daughter, who is searching for Lily because she was kidnapped by the SMO.
Oh, okay.
But be careful of the Subliminers, because they shall be shot with the Crimson.
Okay.
The challenge to me tonight is to actually pay attention to the story, because I've never been able to keep heads or tails of it.
I still don't know what... Okay.
I'm actually going to look at the manual here, because the manual is a treasure trove of English-language Death Crimson information.
It is.
It outlines the whole story, and more importantly, it outlines all the different characters. They do profile our good friend Kosuke Echizen. Here, they've given him the new named Combat Panther, because Combat Echizen was apparently too stupid even for the US manual. And if you remember the intro text specifically, check out Echizen's profile here. I'm reading from the manual. His favorite food is mean macaroni and cheese dish. That's the first line of his bio.
I just love mean macaroni and cheese. Just please.
Yeah, if you thought that was just a throwaway bit of 90s sass in the intro, no, it's actually plot important. This one lady can cook a mean macaroni and cheese. And you know who likes mean macaroni and cheese? Combat Echizen. His bio goes on to say, he was supposed to have obtained the Crimson, but his whereabouts are presently unknown. So in this game, he's also a non-presence. Should also mention, this was an arcade game. This was ported to Naomi hardware, and you could play this in Japanese arcades. I don't think it got an American release, which is a shame, but it did get a release on the American Dreamcast. I also found out earlier today, this game has a really easy free play mode, which I just entered the code for. Super easy, you just hold X and Y on the title screen and push start, and you have unlimited credits. Let's see how far we can get into old Oxy here.
Oxy?
Good old Oxy. Yeah, that looks good. Unfortunately, this game does not have that option to record your own damage sound effects. Really unfortunate. So among the many changes made between Death Crimson 2 and Death Crimson Ox is this basically being a completely different game. Like, it uses all the same environment art, the character models, really all the graphical elements from Death Crimson 2, but it repurposes them to be a completely different storyline and progression and different levels and stuff. And later on in the game, someone, at least in the Japanese ones, one of the characters explicitly says this is a side story to what happened in Death Crimson 2. It's like an alternate universe thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
So as they said in the intro, very flashy. It flashes a very bright light every time you hit an enemy. Pretty annoying. I wish they didn't do that, honestly. But even more so than Death Crimson 2, this looks more like a real game. So much so, I guess it probably disappointed Death Crimson fans who were expecting something much crappier than this.
Yeah.
But this is so playable. Like, it's not amazing or anything, but, you know, you can shoot things, you can aim the reticle with no problem. As the Kusoge wiki said, it said you could play it normally. That was their biggest complaint against this game. The game doesn't interfere with you trying to play it. It's also much more balanced in terms of gameplay, and oh yeah, there's no voices. I'm pretty sure there's no voices in the Japanese version either. Which seems kind of weird after the major voice acting cast of Death Crimson 2. Hey, skeletons! Who are made of glass.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This is honestly some good shit right here. You can enjoy this game. This game also fixed a major problem. Oh my god, loud. Super loud.
Yeah, let us know if we need to adjust the audio in any way, folks.
It may just be too loud on our end, that's it.
Okay.
So unlike Death Crimson 2, in these scenes, it actually gives you a little bit of invincibility after you take a hit. Death Crimson 2 gave you none of that, and there were scenes where, like, 6 dudes will shoot you at the same time, and you'll take damage from all 6 of them. Real cool stuff. But here, they had the audacity to turn this into a real game, and honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because, like, it's still stupid. Don't get me wrong, it's still really stupid. Like, for instance, this guy here. Sword the Stink. Seriously.
Stink.
That's me, Sword the Stink. That's what they called me back in college. Because I collected samurai swords and I stank.
I never bathed.
Now, this scene here is like straight out of House of the Dead 2. The first boss, especially. He doesn't have that little guy flying around, but otherwise it's just a big dude with a sword. And he's named Sword the Stink.
Sword the Stink.
Sword the Stink.
Sword the Stink. This sword smells terrible.
Mm-hmm. The smelliest sword.
In college, I would just watch Cutlery Corner for hours and hours, not bathing and ordering every katana I possibly could. Don't know why they kicked me out of the dorm.
Sorry, Sword the Stink. It was for this Crimson that they kidnapped Lily.
This music.
Should also note this was also released on PS2. The only difference I could see is in the stage clear part that you just saw. In the PS2 version, it would show a looping fire GIF on the bottom of the screen, straight out of GeoCities.
Oh, that's so good.
It's really good looking. Otherwise, it's pretty much identical. And that PS2 version was actually released in Europe later on, under the title Guncom 2. There was never a Guncom 1. Death Crimson is very mysterious. Oh man, I missed a whole bunch of dialogue. Well, so much for keeping track of the story. No problem, we'll shoot them all with Crimson.
Actually, funny you should mention the rainbow text and stuff, Cool Coyote and folks. We'll get more into, that kind of ties into some one of their later games that we'll talk about when we're
That may have been an intentional gay pride thing, actually, come to think of it.
Actually, yes.
Way back when, during our original Death Crimson stream, we mentioned Ecole entered an experimental period between the Dreamcast era and when they released Melty Blood. And at that time, they established a spin-off studio called Gizmo, who, as it turns out, was dedicated to the production of gay visual novels, like straight-up gay porn visual novels.
Yeah, and not just boy love, but definite, like, just...
It was gay porn for gay dudes. Like,
yeah, it's like... I'd show off the image, but you're in the middle of gaming.
Yeah, let's wait till a stage
clear.
clear.
You can find... The game was called Coxbax.
That's spelled Coxbax, if you're curious.
We're gonna ask you
Don't Google this at work.
Don't Google this at work. Also, well, we'll show off some safe for work images and whatnot. Please, if you Google this, which you can, and find the images, please don't share with chat. There's very few that aren't not porn.
One of the good things about the modern internet is that all the CG images from Coxbax have been preserved on the internet. Just look for Gizmo Coxbax, you'll find them.
No, I wouldn't call it Bara either. It just I can't describe. It just feels like
it's not with big burly dudes. I don't know.
It's hard to describe. I guess it just feels like a gay game by a guy who really liked to.
It felt like a labor of love.
Yeah, and actually, like, the art, like, Oliver Cole stuff is not, or Cole stuff is not good, like, in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of artistic things that definitely are, I like it. I think it's...
They're a weird company, and they branched out in unexpected directions, and I respect them for that. What other company could make Death Crimson and also gay porn?
And Melty Blood.
And Melty Blood.
Like, exactly. I kind of love these garbage
Seriously.
people. I do, and...
we need more companies like these guys. Now, there has been a webpage for a long time teasing Death Crimson 3. They said it has entered production to some extent, but there's never been any updates on its development or anything. Hopefully someday they'll finish it up. Just telling you guys, PlayStation VR, money's right there on the table. You just gotta take it. Hell, port this to the PS4.
I'd play it.
I would, yeah.
That's a horrible noise.
Those were teddy bears, I think? I've already completely lost track of this game. I said I was going to keep track of the story, but that's gone out the window. Hold your crimson.
There are some safe images, but like let's keep that to minimum so we don't got.
You run the risk of seeing a lot of things on Coxbax's website.
You run the risk of Twitch cops being like, someone said Coxbax?
That's not on the banned games list. We could play it.
I saw some of those images.
We probably couldn't play it. No.
We would be absolutely hell banned.
Surprising lot of water sports in that game.
Yeah.
Not for Twitch.
So, this game, huh?
Ooh, machine gun.
Oh, yeah, machine gun.
I forget, you can also charge up your weapon in this game, which gives you the ability to shoot off shots, like, automatically. It's kind of strange. Like, you charge up and it just unleashes, like, 20 shots in a row.
Okay. I'm sorry, I went to look at the image that was added in chat, and I clicked on the wrong tab, and then I was expecting just gay intimacy, and instead it's a picture of macaroni and cheese. Of all things, both of those relate to what we're discussing, so there you go.
Wait, read that. Read the bottom of the screen. Am I seeing that correctly? The backup ball tracery will not attack until it radiates.
Absolutely.
Okay, we gotta wait and shoot.
Yeah, wait for the ball tracery.
Okay, waiting did nothing. It just got me hit. Still, the weirdly stilted English in this game, it honestly feels kind of intentional to me after reading the manual, because everything is... just the vocabulary they use, everything is stated just so it sounds acceptable, like, on a first reading, but they use strange words to express concepts. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very Death Crimson-y. Take my word for it. But suffice to say, whoever was in charge of the US localization, I think they were in on the joke, because it's very well translated. Oh no, that's a sound effect. Like, number of killings. It's just phrased so perfectly.
Good. It's so good!
That's what I think of as a Death Crimson kind of phrase there. Oh, this guy got an upgrade. He looks better in this one.
Oh, he does!
Maybe because he's not moving his mouth. What is the deal with this gun?
What's the deal with weaponry?
Yuri, by the way, is a student at the university, and that's a professor who was expelled from the university after speaking out against SMO. He has since joined the Radical Resistance. That scene right there, we were walking around it in the Resident Evil part a few minutes ago. These glass skeletons. I love them.
Yay, macaroni and cheese, everybody. That's chat right now.
Excellent. Everyone is gay for macaroni and cheese. Especially mean macaroni and cheese.
This the meanest.
That skeleton just kicked me in the head.
What the fuck?
Look at these kung fu skeletons. That's great. Oh man.
Everybody.
I love this game. Crimson.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, they're talking about combat Echizen. Are we gonna meet him? Okay, now I gotta keep playing this game.
Okay.
I'm invested. Subliminers. They're called subliminers, Alex. What? And once again, this was released in the States and not Guilty Gear X. Sure, it was eventually released for the PS2, but we could have had it on Dreamcast. The Cool People system. Other things I guess I should mention, they trimmed down a lot of the meters that were in Death Crimson 2. There's no karma meter or whatever the other one was. There's still an experience meter, which fills up as you shoot enemies, and I think it actually depletes as you miss shots. If it fills up all the way, you get an extra life, and it also somehow figures into something called Crazy Mode, which is something you enter if you only have one life left.
So what happens if you shoot a civilian again?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
You should shoot one.
Okay.
Everyone's demanding you do.
Let's do it.
By everyone, I mean...
That's a good idea, though.
I mean someone else and also me. Me, definitely.
It's a good idea, because in the first game, you'll remember when you shoot civilians, your character just goes, "Oh no!"
Same.
Okay, so the Crimson has to be used by the chosen party, aka Combat Echizen.
Okay, he goes, "Oh my god!"
That was good.
That was good.
This music's pretty good, though.
It is, yeah.
By the way, if you see these knives flying from some of these enemies, I enjoy how they fly horizontally instead of just going directly at you. They just kind of spin. Oh my god!
Cool Coyote asked if the Crimson is just mac and cheese.
It could be. Yeah, maybe Echizen exiled himself so he could live a life of just eating mac and cheese every day. Which, can you blame him? Look what's going on in the city. No mac and cheese in sight. Perfect. Enjoy these parts. These would be kind of fun with an actual light gun. I love it. Now, this isn't a great gun game. There's only, like, one extra weapon you can pick up, and it's this machine gun. There's not much depth. Everything just moves kind of abruptly. Everything seems to be moving too fast. But, you know, it's playable. More than you could say for the first game. I'm just gonna shoot all the civilians from now on. And if you look in the manual, you'll figure out this game actually has a really in-depth scoring system, believe it or not. It's based on this rank that increases in the background as you play. It's reflected in the, that number underneath the experience meter in the upper left. That tells you your rank and your current multiplier. It increases as you make more hits and as you basically just increase the rank. And it decreases when you take hits. There's even more details in the manual. It starts going into detail about coefficients, and that's when I just kind of glazed over. Like, it literally says, in order to get the high scores, you must master the coefficients.
Oh, that's so good.
And I'm like, sorry, no, I don't want to be a calculus major just to play Death Crimson Ox. Here's our next boss. The nice lady from Hot Topic.
Thank you.
So far, all she can do is flip. You're just ordinary people. Oh no, she's got the skeleton kicks. Jeez, lady. Chill out. There we go.
Oh, that's so good.
Good animation. Yeah, go find Echizen. Wow, rank H. That's bad.
It's not good, Danny.
That's worse than F. Worse than G, even. Okay, we found an airplane. Hey, there's the whiny guy from Death Crimson 2.
Oh, good!
Apparently these characters all have completely different personalities and backstories and stuff for this game.
Oh, good.
But it just became common knowledge here in the West that Death Crimson 2 and this were the same game, and they're not. They're really not. I really wish people would look into Death Crimson 2 some more, because there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah, there really is.
If I have to play through it myself, so help me God, I might actually have to. You crook. I hear you call me a crook. You deserve to die.
Oh my god, Danny, no, calm down!
I'm not hitting all those. No way. Too many enemies. Sorry. Ooh, sorry, I shouldn't have farted directly into the microphone.
I was gonna say, who's farting?
Oh, we lost them. What? What happened? What plane? What plane? Where'd it go? Huh? This game's plot is just...
This game is beautiful!
Wow, it's a rapid-fire, non-stop thrill ride. You put this in the theater, this will be more entertaining than Assassin's Creed. That's the problem with video game movies, they're all boring. I've never understood that. Why would you license a video game and then just make something that's so completely boring to watch? Like, pretty much anything. Assassin's Creed, Alone in the Dark. God, that was boring.
You know what Alone in the Dark and Assassin's Creed? Well, I haven't seen Assassin's Creed, but I'm assuming it doesn't have it. Mean Mac and Cheese.
No, yeah, they don't. This game does. What is going on here?
Actually, have you eaten any mac and cheese in the game?
Not yet, no. We are about to meet Combat Echizen, though.
Oh, good.
Meet and beat him. For mac and cheese.
Go through my labyrinth and defeat me for my sacred mac and cheese.
He's hiding a secret recipe for the meanest mac and cheese.
This ain't your mama's sacred mac and cheese, whatever. Oh god, some Guy Fieri style.
He's gonna post it on one of those obnoxious recipe blogs where they spend like 10 paragraphs talking about when they first cooked it.
They talk about like their family.
I first got the Crimson in 2012 and had the best mac and cheese of my life. I don't know. Oh, that's... Huh? What just happened?
You did quite a number of killings, honey.
That's... I've done better. It was over 100 last level. We should be able to get through the whole thing tonight. I think the whole game runs about half an hour, so we should be pretty close to the end.
Yeah, Arnold, remember, we don't know what's going on in the game either.
Yeah, I
remember
lost
you were
track.
like, I'm gonna pay attention, and guess what? We didn't. It still doesn't make sense.
I tried.
Yeah.
The dialogue scrolls really fast, and also doesn't make any sense in the first place.
These glass skeletons!
Kung Fu glass skeletons. How are you gonna tell me this game is shit? This can't be shit. Subliminers were originally humans. Oh, that's why they attacked that town, so they could make more subliminers.
I don't know if you noticed, but in that image, in that little scroll, when they were in that pan up from the knees to the head, knees look like a dog's face.
Good.
I'm gonna highlight that in the
yeah, highlight that in the archive.
Because I swear to God, I've seen it like 3 times, and I'm like,
look at that dog's face.
Just that beautiful dog's face.
Finally, I find you. Lily's dead. Oh.
Wait, did Lily make the mac and cheese?
No.
Or did I? I mean, she.
It was Yui.
Yui, okay. I just want to make sure that the mac and cheese is okay.
Lots of words are being said, but not in any combination that I can decipher. Ah, right, the Death Tracery. What the hell is this thing, Alex?
It's...
I know it's the Death Tracery.
It's a death... Well, It's killing you is what it's doing.
It's very good at killing me, yeah. Wow. What drains its health? I drained a little bit of it. Is it just these little things?
I think so.
Oh, I see. You shoot them while they're charging up. Okay. Got it.
Good.
Did it go into a cutscene while the continue counter was running?
Yeah.
It sure did.
I love this game. I'm sorry.
Who's powering the lawnmower? Turn that off. We're trying to stream here.
Was the orb yelling? Yes. Yes, it was. It's going, oh!
The orb was yelling, and now it's making... Whatever noise it's making, the Dreamcast is trying to play it 5 times on top of itself, so it's being overdriven to hell. The sound. It's a little kid in a Power Wheels car or something making noises with his mouth. This fight goes on forever, too.
Someone's giving the biggest raspberry to the right.
Yeah, quit, stop it. Oh, this sounds great. Sounds like you're sawing through concrete.
Hey, hold your crimson.
What is with the sound in this game?
It's good. I don't know what
I got
you're
an
talking
F.
about, but it's very good.
An F is an improvement.
Is it? I thought...
It stands for fantastic.
Okay. I believe you.
I just wonder how low the rank goes. Like, does it go to J or M?
Goes to Z.
Echizen.
What the?
Oh,
no!
we're fighting him. We gotta shoot him in the elbow.
Wait a minute, look, he's got that lip thing on his head! He's got head egg!
He does! He does!
He's got head egg!
We
He's
saw
got
that!
cyber head lip egg! I just...
Go back to Death Crimson 2 in the archive if you're watching this. It's totally in there.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, of all the things to reference from Death Crimson 2. I also like that the weak point sometimes appears right on his dick. Or on his elbows.
His weak boner.
There it is. Right in the dick. If you shoot him in the dick, he headsbutts you with his giant head. Look at this.
He does. This game is...
Well... Oh my god, Alex. Welcome to hell.
Games are good again, baby.
It's 2017 and games are fun again.
Oh my god.
I found a good one. I never knew what to think of this game, but I think it's finally winning me over. This may be one of my favorite Dreamcast games. We gotta release ourselves from the curse, and now we're in a cave. I really don't know what to think of the changes to the aesthetic from Death Crimson 2, though. They made it much flashier. The screen shakes a lot. It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm of two minds about it. It does look a little bit visually nicer, it pops a little bit more, but I think they went a little overboard. Oh, here's Sword the Stink again.
Oh, good. I missed it.
Yes. Let's seal up those accursed guns, so they will never create tragedy.
Listen, this audio's from Death Crimson.
Is it?
From the original, listen to it.
Like the intro?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Of the Saturn one.
Professor Greg? Is he gonna betray us? Oh my god, he is.
Greg, no!
Greg was that guy all along! What? You gave us fake crimsons?
Oh god.
This game is just... It has the best sound effects. Consistently.
Oh, nice!
I'm going to kill that monster.
With my gun.
This is Professor Greg, the traitor.
Geek Supremacy says this is what happens when you screw a professor out of tenure.
It's true.
It is.
You give them no choice. They gotta transform into a giant beast.
Should've had a union, dude.
I've never actually played this with a light gun. I kind of want to now, because it would be way easier. There's a lot of parts where the game demands that you sweep from the left to the right side of the screen very quickly. Not so great on a controller. Though you can adjust the speed of the reticle. I had to do that.
Oh, hey.
Now we're somewhere else.
Good.
That's over with. Oh
Yes, they're
man.
back!
Here they are.
Kung Fu Black Skeletons is a 90s TV show.
Okay, my life meter's flashing, which means I'm in crazy mode. But I don't feel so crazy. It just looks like normal Death Crimson. We're at the boss gauntlet. We're pretty clearly near the end here. How's the story gonna shake out, though? Actually, where can the story go from here? We killed Professor Greg. Lily's dead. What about the SMO? Or the GMO, or whatever it was.
Or the mac and cheese.
Or the mac and cheese. Will the mac and cheese be the MacGuffin that saves the day? That's just what I'm assuming here.
Huh? Oh god, it just keeps going.
They were townspeople all along. What is... Camera, stop. Now this is obnoxious.
Yeah, this is a flashy segment. Y'all,
I like the beginning when the camera was just kind of spinning around like your character was drunk or something. And it's doing it again, look, he's just kind of weaving. Maybe he's just so frightening you can't keep your composure. That and it's flashing like a disco in here.
The disco case, definitely.
Jesus, the challenge is to aim while the camera is constantly moving. That's pretty creative, I guess. Not really a fun challenge. Doesn't so much as test your marksmanship as your ability to not get sick. Oh, what a symphony of noise that was.
God damn it, Greg!
Yep! There's the reference! There's the reference to the first game about the red door.
Oh, good.
Direct reference to something Combat Echizen said in the first game. That line about the red door. We explained it in our Death Crimson 1 stream. I think.
I think we did.
We probably did.
Oh, we did.
If this is the final boss fight, though, it's not bad. It's pretty tense. Or would be if I had limited credits. Soyado! One thing's for sure, I want the soundtrack
Yes.
on vinyl.
All that sleazy sax and everything.
Oh Oh, this might take a while. Oh. There we go. Didn't the last boss in the original Death Crimson take us forever?
I don't remember, but probably.
It seemed like it would never end. There we go, that's how you do it. We're gonna do it.
Almost. Oh my god.
The camera spins around in a circle while you're trying to aim at this guy, which is what made it so difficult. But we got him. Stage clear. Rank H.
Oh, good.
Alright, let's see how this story concludes. I have no idea. Our crimsons are disappearing.
Uh-huh. Is it mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese. Because humans have a desire to hold a gun and shoot. Oh, that's good. As long as humans have a twisted desire for guns, Crimson will continue.
Crimson forever.
That is Death Crimson Ox,
oh
a rollicking
God.
thrill ride of a light gun shooter by Melty Blood developer Ecole. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I could see how that would have mixed reactions within the Kusoge community. It feels kind of like a betrayal for them to make an actual game, an actual playable game that you can finish from beginning to end and not feel complete misery, as you might feel with the first game. It's also kind of a step back from Death Crimson 2, which I really want to dig into more. Like, there's so much depth there, probably, that no one really knows about. Special thanks to Crimsoners.
Oh.
And Naomi-chan.
Thanks, Naomi-chan. I think I'm a Crimsoner.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Wait,
fan of Crimson.
That was like 8 people.
What?
Is that the entire staff?
Honestly, probably.
Yeah, yeah.